They don't want to look in the mirror and say, today I'm going to make a difference. Today
Exactly.
I'm going to change my reality.
Today I'm the problem. Because that's the hardest part right there. Oh, baby clap.
Look, the baby clap. I'm off the clock here.
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome to another episode of Kind Girls Talk with Toni Merced, the ultimate kind girl. And today I have Kristen Leverett.
Hey girl, hey, how you doing?
Fantasy, how are you?
I'm good. I feel very ferocious today.
I know, right? It's so chilly in here.
It is. But we making it hot, right? With the fur on?
I know, especially
Yeah,
in
I
the
like that.
late summertime.
Right.
You know, we gotta give y'all something.
Get into all of it.
So check this out.
Okay, let's hit it.
What scares you more, like starting over or staying stuck?
Staying stuck.
Okay. Why would you say that?
There's a quote that said people die at 50, but they're buried at 80 because they stop living their lives and they just stop in place. So staying stuck scares me more.
Okay, so what about the people that think they're starting over, but they are actually staying stuck?
Ooh.
We don't think about that.
We don't think about that at
They be
all.
stuck and they think they're starting over,
Yeah.
but you're really stuck because you're doing the startup is the same thing you
Again.
normally do.
Right. But who's in your corner telling you that you're starting over?
I guess it
Different.
depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Because you can start over and be stuck, and then you can be stuck and trying to start over.
That's true. Yeah.
But again, starting over and staying stuck, you're saying you would definitely go with starting over.
Yes. I prefer to start over 9 times out of 10.
So how would you tell someone that is stuck how to start over?
Oh, wow. You have to change everything about your mindset. That's where it starts.
You're right.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't want to change their mind.
Because it hurts.
They don't want to look in the mirror and say, today I'm going to make a difference. Today
Exactly.
I'm going to change my reality.
They also don't want to say, today I'm the problem. Because that's the hardest part right there. Oh, baby clap.
Look, the baby clap. I'm off the clock here.
Yeah.
Yes, because people don't want to sit here and say, yeah, I'm the problem, and it happened because of me.
Exactly. And that's the hardest part. But once you have that self-reflection, it should be easier to get over.
How do we get there, though?
Ooh, you got to be really honest with yourself. If you can tell your homegirl what she did wrong, why can't you tell you what you did wrong? Right?
A lot of people want to tell other people what they do wrong all the time.
All the time, every day.
They don't say nothing about themselves.
No.
Want to critique and criticize and want to put somebody else down.
Yes.
And then won't look at themselves in the mirror. They walk straight past the mirror.
Yep. They'd be like, oh, I'm perfect. Bye. Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you something. It's many times where I have to look at the mirror and fix my own crown.
Yes.
And it's hard.
It's heavy and it's hard, but it's worth it.
It is, because I feel so much better. And a lot of people try to hold things on to themselves
Exactly.
and not release.
Yeah.
I am pro tears. If you got to cry, cry. Let
Amen.
that shit out. Because if
Amen.
you don't, it will sit on your chest and it will break you down.
It will. It really, really will.
So, okay, I like that. So you're saying starting over. I'm with you. I would start over too. So let me ask you this. Am I healing or am I just distracting myself in prettier ways?
That's so real. I think that goes back to that self-reflection. And again, the people around you will tell you what you're doing, whether you want to hear it or not. Because a lot of the times when you do change, people can notice that and they'll be like, oh, wait, you used to blah, 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 now you da-da-da-da.
So then what happens when a person is pushed too far?
Then
how can they re-reel themselves back in?
Do you need to be re-reeled back in or do you just need to change? And I'm speaking from like personal experience because for a long time I was just like, whatever, don't really worry about always having to say something because I have a lot to say. But sometimes I'd be like, I don't want to ruffle.
Let it go.
Yeah, I don't want to da-da-da-da.
But how is that though?
But then you burst one day and you're like, what
is wrong with her?
Yeah.
What's her problem?
Exactly. Then it's like, all of it because why does it really matter? I might as well say it because if not, something's going to happen regardless.
So then what made you do that?
I think it has a lot to do with the way that I saw myself in the world. In our previous episode, we talked about, my background. And I feel like the placement and me trying to figure out where I was supposed to be placed was the reason why. Recently, I feel like I'm finally an adult for real because, I have a baby, I have a husband.
That's an adult. let me tell you,
the responsibilities that come with it, if you handle your responsibilities
that part
to some point.
because there's adults out there
that have all
that
that,
got all that,
shit.
and they are like immature. They're
Yes.
kids. But okay, keep going.
But the responsibilities that not just come with having a child, but also life responsibilities. People look at you different now. Like, you know, you don't get looked at the same way that somebody who doesn't have certain things gets looked at. You are an executive director.
Oh, God.
You have certain titles that are going to, people are going to make you uphold. Yeah, and it's not even take out the kids, take out the husband. Just take your role.
You're right. And I want to break that. See me for just me.
Well, that's what we talk about a lot,
Like,
the titles.
Regardless what my title is, I'm gonna be me. But okay, that's a whole nother.
It is a whole nother
discussion.
episode, right?
So I want to know this: like, what do you think the world would look like if it was just a perfect world?
One thing for sure, everyone that is displaced or does not have a home would have a home.
Okay.
And they would be like different pods. So all the people who didn't have homes would live there, and they would, instead of working jobs, would work together to keep the community up with, you know, the way it looks, pollution, all of that stuff, because that's also what we have to think about. Our generation is in the middle of a bunch of craziness when it comes to the world and pollution and blah, blah, blah. That could be a whole nother topic, but that would be one. And then two, equality and the right people would be in the right places. And I'm saying that in terms of like women's health care.
Yes. Healthcare
and education and all the big things.
I'm trying to figure out what my perfect world would look like, but it will only be viewed at my standpoint of how I would
what
think.
is it?
Oh gosh. For one, I think that it would be a beautiful world. I don't want to see trash. I feel like a lot of people, they are ignorant to our world. They don't take care of it. I think that we don't love and hug on our trees as often as we should.
You're on the peace, love, happiness thing
I'm
too.
with you.
Okay.
I love to look at the clouds. I don't think I would want to have too many skyscraper high buildings where I couldn't see the beautiful clouds. So like I feel that my world would be where everyone is in peace.
Yes, that
everyone communicates and talks.
Yes. And maybe even like classes for communication. I feel like that's a never-ending thing.
Yeah, I think it would be just a peaceful world where everyone can come in together in harmony. That's what a peaceful world would look like to me. Yeah. Kind of like in the old days where, you know, the community, you called your community in to...
Yes, and you had a real village.
You had a real village. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I seen Jackson cutting up doing something, I say, hey, you cut that out.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell your mama.
Exactly.
Nowadays, if somebody say, you cut that out, I'm gonna tell your mama, they want to fight.
Yeah.
Who you talking to?
Why
you don't say that to my kid. You say it to me. So I can say it to... Well, if you was gonna do that, you should have said it to your child. Right.
Ray shouldn't be acting like that.
I don't understand.
Here. Right.
I don't understand. So I just feel that, you know, when it comes down to harmony, peace, love, happiness, us kumbaya here, right there together, I think that would be a beautiful world.
It would be. So our worlds need to mesh.
Without judgment.
Yeah, that too.
Because people will put their own judgment on you.
Everything.
Because they are judging themselves.
Yes.
Every day. And it's hard for them.
Have you read the 4 Agreements?
No.
Okay, because you are literally like speaking half of the book right now.
No, okay, I'm going to have to pick up a good read. It's called The 4 Agreements?
Yeah, it's an audio book, so you can literally just listen to it. But they talk about how when people talk about you or whatever, it's really just them talking about themselves. And then like none of this is true. Yep, projecting. But a lot of that is in that book. That's why I'm like, have you been reading that?
I'm trying, girl. I've always pick up my book on The Secrets. So I'm constantly in that book, you know, when it talks about the law of attraction, like whatever you connect with in the universe, because it's frequency. So I'm really big on the mind and how you put your frequencies out there and what will come back to you.
Yes.
And I'm very careful with what I think and how I think about other people and what they got going on. Because if you sit here always constantly thinking about the next person and thinking about their flaws, you only hurting self.
Exactly.
So when I'm looking around into my world, out of my eyes, I'm making sure that everything is beautiful. I don't see no negative. And if I do, I'm going to correct it kindly. That's it, you know, because kind girls
Kindly.
talk.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it kind, girl.
You do.
All
Keep
the
it kind.
time. But we got to learn to give self-grace.
Yes.
We got to learn to give self-grace.
Yes, I agree.
And sometimes that's hard for people.
It is, because it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I did blah, blah, blah.
And forgiveness, even if you did. We do stuff all the time, even
Yeah.
with mom guilt. Oh, I shouldn't have said this.
Yes.
Or, you know, I went too far. Oh, I did. You always have something
Exactly.
that you go through that you shouldn't have done. Let it go. So,
Start over, because you never know when your last will be.
I give myself grief every time, girl.
Me too.
Every time I go into the kitchen, every time I pull up at some type of restaurant and I go in there and order everything I want, knowing I shouldn't.
You funny, right?
I need to lose this 20 pounds, but I'm still giving myself grace because I eat
As you
it.
should. And the thing about that, let's just talk about that really quick. It's not what you weigh, it's how you wear it.
Ooh, okay.
Because people don't ever talk about the fact that as long as you know how to shape your body into an outfit, it'll work.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But again, I'm not body shaming.
No, okay, yes. I see where you're going.
You hear where I'm going. I'm
see
not
where you're
body
going.
shaming.
However,
yes, I am in control.
Yes, and that's what matters.
And I'm gonna leave it there because folks will take it and flip my words off.
They'll eat you right on up.
All I'm saying is you was in control.
Yeah.
And if you going out there, like I said, I gotta give myself grace, and I am. But I also understand that I'm in control.
Exactly.
I got everything equipped.
Yep. And you be going to the gym and stuff, so
to
you're
cut this down.
counterbalancing. Yeah.
I got it. And that means I'm talking to y'all too. So if y'all out there and you looking in the mirror and you don't like what you see, make sure you back it up. Push back from the table. That's all I'm saying.
Push back from the table.
Kristen, I love talking to you, girl. And I love you coming on Kind Girls Talk, talking with us and with me and the Kinders.
Yes.
So I appreciate you. And I want you to leave this episode with giving a token to the Kinders. Tell them something. Tell them something that can uplift them and give them a lasting impact.
Can I cuss? Is that all right?
Of course.
I guess really just it, because it doesn't matter. At the end of all of this, will you really be satisfied if you don't do it or say it?
Will you?
Will you?
So other than that, like you said,
yeah. Because I'm going to tell you, I used to lay up in the bed, just like how you said, and just think about everything that went wrong. And it's like, bitch, go to sleep.
Right.
Because in 10 years, if you have wrinkles, it's because you was worried about some shit that nobody else cares about.
Girl, and that right there is why people stay up at 2 o'clock trying to scroll, because they can't put their minds to rest with the that they did all day that they didn't get nothing done.
Yes.
And they still doing the same thing.
And they go back and do it again the next day.
So it.
Yeah, what she said.
Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in on another episode of Kind Girls Talk. Make sure y'all subscribe below, and we'll see you on Thursday. Mwah.